So my name's Amy Russell and I'm originally from Dublin, Ireland. I studied a 4 years bachelor's degree at home called athletic therapy and training. So that was mainly focused on like sports injuries and things like that. I realised that I wanted to work in a more healthcare professional, like in a hospital. So physiotherapy was the option that led me here. I'm now studying the MSc in physiotherapy and I moved here about 2 years ago and I'm absolutely loving it.
I'm originally from Canada and I was always kind of interested in physiotherapy as well as like teaching, and then I kind of decided physio is where I want to be after doing a couple of years of research and knowing I just didn't want to sit at a desk the rest of my life.
So I guess I've always just been involved kind of sport, and I studied kinesiology, which is similar to sports science here. So it just kind of always led me into sort of a physical therapy route, and I think right from the start that's kind of always what I wanted to pursue, somewhere along that line.
I used to shadow a few physiotherapists at home, and one or two of those that I shadowed at home in Ireland had actually come here previously as well, so they highly recommended it.
Specifically, I'll give credit to a guy named Greg Lawson. He was the international rep for QMU. I met with him a couple of times in Toronto and he really sold the program to me. Very professional, but also like easy to get along with the same way. That's really kind of my final decision for coming here.
I think one thing that sets QMU apart is that it's a little bit smaller. It's quite a close-knit group, and the teachers really strive to kind of promote that sort of environment as well.
Everything that you learn in class within QMU, all the theory that you learn within undergrads and just like reading textbooks and stuff, you're able to actually apply that in like clinical settings. So within the room here is like everything you learn on paper, you're actually able to apply in a practical manner, which is what you're looking for within physiotherapy, like getting your hands on patients and like interacting with people.
One thing that I felt really great about QMU was the support from the lecturers. They were always there whenever you needed them. They'd listen even if you had personal problems or if you were stressed with exams or anything like that. And I really felt that was something I found amazing here. I'd heard that the classes also get split in two for practical classes, and with that, again, your lecturers, there's a bit more one-to-one time with the lecturers, and it's a lot better for learning, I suppose, in that situation. So I'd heard about that and I felt that was something that would suit me, so I was glad that I chose here.
So getting in contact with a prof here isn't hard at all. Within the master's program, there's only 30 students or 40 students per year, so it's very easy just to shoot them an email, and then they'll get back with you within a week or so, and you can always meet with them and kind of discuss all of the issues you have with them. As well, for doing my dissertation and everything this year, I've used like the Library Resource Center and gotten in contact with a couple of them just to help kind of find articles and how to do search, so that's really beneficial.
You certainly get a lot of support from the lecturers. They're always willing to kind of respond to your emails, and your academic supervisors, I guess, for your dissertation. Again, you have some regular meetings, and then throughout your course you have your PAT, your personal academic tutor. So they're always good too, just kind of lending an open ear and trying to help with some advice, or sometimes I think just let you vent about whatever you need to vent about.
I really enjoyed my placements, which is great. I got to do a range of things, so I went from things like orthopedics to stroke to working with kids, so I really got a good range, which I found amazing because it gave you really good insight into everything that the profession has to offer. As well as that, we got to do cadaver labs, so that's basically going in and seeing anatomy up close and personal, and I'm not sure if many universities get the opportunity to do that. My favourite placement was definitely my paediatric placement, and that was because I got to do a range of different things with children. It was mainly children who had neurological conditions, so things like cerebral palsy or kind of neurodevelopmental conditions. And some of the treatment options that we got to use included like hydrotherapy, so that involved like getting into the pool with the kids, and it was just amazing because I wasn't aware that that was something that we got to do as practitioners, so this was fantastic. As well as that, there was it was called hippotherapy, which is basically where you use horses to treat the children, and they get on horseback and they ride and things like that. So I wasn't aware that that was something that I was going to get to do, and to have that opportunity was fantastic.
I Edinburgh is great. Really love Edinburgh as a city. I think it's been the coolest city to live in. It's really, I think just the architecture and the culture of Edinburgh is really neat. I'm not a big city person myself. I find Edinburgh is a good balance between being the capital city and lots of things going on, but it doesn't have a big city feel necessarily.
I've absolutely loved it over here. It was a very easy transition. Coming from Ireland, there's a huge Irish community over here, so it didn't take me long to find more people like myself. Scotland as a whole, the people here have just been absolutely lovely.
So I say this to probably every single person I meet, as well as like every single person who comes and visits me over here. Edinburgh is probably the coolest city I'll ever live in. Now, it's not the biggest city, but it's not small in any means. There's always something going on. The Fringe in the summer is like fantastic. You got an entire month going. Coming over this study, there's no real issues at all. There's a lot of international students within the program, as well as a lot of Scottish students. And the Scottish students, to kind of take you under their wing, they show you around for the first wee bit until you get your feet underneath you. You get that degree as well as like living in Europe. You can travel around here for pennies, as well as like just seeing like all of Scotland like a new country if you haven't kind of experienced that before either. It's just fantastic.